Suraj Singh, civil engineer, India, Bharat. Good morning, everybody. I am going to start a new talk in connection with very important topic, very important subject, and that subject is called safety. HSE it is called in professional style, health, safety, and environment. Health, safety, and environment is a prerequisite for every activity in life. It's not easy, but it's not difficult as well. Safety is very important even you stay at your home, in your room, or on road. It's not considered very seriously by people of this world, except certain professional people. They take it easily. Even on walking, when you are walking on road, you have to take safety. When you are doing whatever activity, one should care for safety, but we least bother about that. For example, when you are driving, you have to take safety of yours and others, but we do not take safety. Particularly in our country, drivers think once they are on road, they can do whatever they want. Rash driving, offensive driving, overtaking, just speeding for nothing, just signaling for nothing, just blowing horns for nothing. Whenever there is no need, they keep on blowing horns, and they're driving. Even there is red light, they are speeding up. If somebody is crossing pedestrian, they speed up. This is called stupid character, very bad behavior, and it's a kind of safety also. But what I'm going to discuss something else, but I'm just creating a background for you people to understand what safety means. When you are still at home, you're sitting in a chair, you're working on a computer, you have to take care of safety. Means in what direction your eyes are there to aligning on monitor or on your laptop screen, what angle is there, what's the height of your chair, are you looking at 90 orthogonally on your screen? There are so many issues which are required to be looked after in safety, but we miss all that. It's very important. Means everywhere there is some consideration, there is some theory behind what angle you sit, how you keep your legs for your feet when you work together, when you are in the kitchen, how you should behave towards safety. It is everywhere. Means you cannot simply say it's a part of construction or it's parts of some other activity. It lies everywhere, but there is a high standard. Means if you are running, means how you should run, or if you are lifting some load, how you should lift that load. If you are just passing through some very offensive smell area, should you take that or should not take that? Yes, there is every act. When you are in a bus, how bus driver should behave, how conductor should behave. When you are in train, what care you should take. Every activity of life amounts to taking precautionary measures about safety so that you are intact. How you should be ready to see there is a seismic action, there is resistance, there is earthquake. How you should be ready when there's high wind, how you should be ready for that. Maybe you're standing on the roof and there is a 140-kilometer speed when dust storm is there, how you should protect your eyes. When you're using some tools, how it should be. Every you can say activity in life which may be ignored every time and which we don't take care much requires that. Motorists is driving, bikes are driven, trains are driven, say buses are driven, and walkers are there, pedestrians are there, children are there. We have no sense at all. Everybody wants to rush in and rush out so that I am earlier than others. I don't care for you. Let you will let cross road. I don't care means I have to save you. I have to drive fast and save my time. That's it. That is not called safety. It is called a kind of carelessness, kind of ignorance towards others. No one has right to offend others, but it is being done. In some countries, there is civility. You can say if you go to Gulf countries, if you go to some other countries, if you go to UK, England, you will find people are different. They have sense of understanding, sense of treatment to others. But in some countries, for example, in Delhi here in Bharat, India, and some other cities here, you will not find existence of same kind of sense, civilized sense towards others. Here they act semi-human, they're acting like if I am only concerned, I'm concerned with you. Some people I have seen they're like that. If you're crossing a road, they will just speed up their motorcycle or car to show that you stop, I want to go. In their time, they just give dipper for no use. They just give horn for no use. Even if there is no traffic owner just giving horn, motorcycles giving horn is what is purpose they don't know. Just enjoy that. They want to enjoy. Even you are to say entertainment. You may be killed doesn't make a difference. They drive at speed and then take on footpath and kill people. This is very common happening in this country and also in many other countries. Yesterday, I was in UAE itself, one was driving at a speed of 225 kilometers per hour. Where there's a speed limit, I think 120 or 140 maximum. But person was driving to 50 to 25 kilometers just to enjoy at one's own life cost to enjoy. And this is really very, very drastic, very, very dirty manner, you may say, that it is a very big question here. Safety, we have to understand or not. And what is safety? Safety, health, and environment. SHE in general, it is named SHE, which is safety, health, and environment. Safety means it is personal safety, and safety means conduct of a safety towards others. That is called safety, and it has got basic meanings. Means you have to remain safe, pre-activity and post-activity. In pre-activity, you have to take precautions. In post-activity, you have to treat. And in between, when there is neutrality, you can say you must be alert. So it is called safety in a sense of article understanding. And if you go to further one, there is health. Because if you are not safe, your health will be impacted upon. And if you are safe, your health will not be impacted upon. Health doesn't mean disease here. Health means you have to keep fit. For example, let us say there's just a storm and I stand in a storm and this dust particles enter my eyes, my nose, my mouth. Is it good for my health? One can simply say it's not good for my health. This means this is a part of safety. It is going to harm my health to some extent of understanding, some extent of considerable degree, and I can say my eyes can be infected upon, my nose can be infected upon, it can take dust particles or very fine particles into my stomach, into my mind, if my filter in nose doesn't work to that efficiency. Similarly, it can impact upon my body. It means in long term it can impact upon. You can say it can go to my ears as well. When in dust storm, when I cannot even see, it causes a lot of impacts. This dust covers my body. It goes into my head. Later on, I take bath and clean all that. That's a different issue. So it's called health. It's one thing when you are using some tool, it impacts upon your fingers, upon your hands, and sometimes upon your eyes when you are not using glasses or safety glasses. Just an example it is. And when say environment it is. So health is the detail of health we will discuss later on. I'm just saying health. When you are on a job, you're on a vacation. There are so many kinds of tools you have to use, and you have to work out work for 8 hours or 10 hours industry to the 10, and it gives you fatigue, means you're tired. You have to take some rest, and that's rest. Pause is also a point of, you can say, precautionary measure that must be applied to through hardship of a person or worker who is standing or sitting or working for continuously for many hours. That is part of safety and health. And then if you the environment, what is environment? Is environment weather? Is environment sun? Is environment bad air? What is environment? Environment, this means our vicinity, our surrounding, wherever we are in the room, we are outside, we are on roof, we are on ground, or wherever we are available, that is environment. Even if I am in room, my AC is working, say, let us say my AC is working, I am in room, temperature outside is much higher than inside because I am using air conditioning. Is that safe? If I am using air conditioning, does it mean I am safe? To my understanding, I am not safe because I don't know what is safety in that air conditioner. Am I subject to safety or I am subject to deterioration due to working of air conditioning? This is a question mark. So I'm not feeling I'm feeling comfortable. It's 27 degrees in my room and outside is 35 degrees. Right? Outside is 35 degrees, outside is 40 degrees. That's okay. That's natural. That's not in the hands. You cannot check that. You can solve that. But inside your soul, you install an air conditioner. You are breathing in air conditioner. The question is, whatever I am breathing there, what I breathe in air condition confinement, is that good for me? Is that durable for my health? That is a question mark, but I have to understand as a person. But do I understand that? No, I do not, because it's very cold. I know, I'm comfortable. But I do not know what is level of performance of my air conditioning instrument, air conditioning machine, how it does. I don't know the whatever air I am sucking in, I'm respirating in, is that pure? Is that worth respirable? Is the same thing as outside and stand natural air? I do not know, but I just sit in room, enjoy my work hour. Question is, every machine is run based on technology, based on its designs, and based on its performance. My room has a volume, and once I use that air starts getting polluted. Polluted means suffocated, and it gets further suffocated and further suffocated. Suppose I use same air 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, certainly it's going to affect my health because it is getting a particle of carbon dioxide in that case. So I started respirating air that is gradually accumulated more and more particles of carbon dioxide into my nose and then into my body. So my question is, temperature is fine. I am feeling happy, but that temperature is giving me cool air, of course, chilled air. At same time, or simultaneously, you can say, it's extracting from me my respiratory power. Respiration means extraction of air is working on air conditioning system. So my respiration is also going out. This means it is taking out certain particles from the body, which creates dehydration in the body. And I am not able to take water in the air conditioner because I am feeling cold, but dehydration is very important. So that is one point that we do not care about. And second point here is, of course, temperature is 27 degrees. I'm very good. I'm very happy. Oh, it's air conditioned. No, I'm comfortable. Luxurious life. Life is luxurious. There's no doubt. Indeed, it is. The question is, that air which I have been sucking in, I have been respirating upon, that air is not pure. I have to check my air conditioning system, evaporator in, it's getting chilled air, and then this compressor that is working upon recirculation of that from outside to inside, inside to outside. What type of air, what composition of air, this is helping me. Suppose air change is only air change, but I'm going to say whatever is coming out from outside and after being used has been taken out. If there are only 2 air changes, say in 1 hour in my room, then same air I have to respire again and again and again and again. It's not getting purified. It's going to affect very adversely on my health. And that point I have to consider as an environmental factor when I am using that air conditioner. This is causing internal environment of my room very badly, and then later on it will go out after exhaustion. So that once I use inside, that too is bad, and once it goes outside, it will augment outside air also to further deterioration degree, and that is what called environmental abuse or other mismanagement. This is a part that we have to understand. It's just an example. There are many more examples are there. All cars running on roads. We say that 35 crores cars are running in my country, India, Bharat, and probably 2 billion cars or 2 to 3 billion cars and all vehicles could be running all over the world. These cars are not running on water. These cars are not running automatically. These cars are consuming petrol, diesel, and many other fuels, except electrical alone. Once these are running every day, these are these are releasing certain offensive substances, offensive gases into weather, which are harmful to human body. We know carbon dioxide is there, many other gases are there that add heat to environment, as well as that add to minus degree also in certain cases when it is too cold. So these, or whatever you name it by greenhouse gases or whatever gases, I'm not going into that issue in this small talk, because I'm just talking of the environment. So what I say, there's environment outside our room and there's environment inside our room, and there's environment inside my body as well. We have to understand both cases. Do not forget your body, because your body is there and that is your life, and your body is impacted upon by your immediate surrounding, immediate envelope in which you are living, and that is your room or hutment or whatever is there in which you are staying in. And that environment is, you can say, your nearmost environment. And when you leave out from that room and go outside, that's another environment in which you are subject to harmful and detrimental effects. As well as when you travel by a train, you have different kind of environment. When you are standing on the platform, you have another kind of, for example, you are saying, when you stand on the platform, or you just walk on road, a busy road, you feel, if suppose there is no air of distant from that road, distant from railway station, you will not feel some breezes there. Oh no, there is no wind, so sweet. But when you reach road, a busy one, you will find there is air. And when you reach railway line, you will find when train passes, there is a big breeze. Why is that? It is because there is a tunneling effect of that. On road, there are so many vehicles pass or running, and they are passing in air. I cannot see that, but it's kind of disturbing, vibrating air itself, and that creates wind breeze. And similarly, when 120 km speed, when a train is passing, or 60, even 60 kilometers passes away, there's a long tunnel, say about, say, 400 meters long tunnel is created when train passes, and that impacts upon the air and it vibrates and gives a breeze. So, but that is not pure one, because it's given, it is released by effect of vibrations of trains or bus. That is also environment which is affected, deteriorated, and we have to understand that. So what I said, there's in your life, there's everywhere. For example, you're working in kitchen, you have to see your, when the gas chula is there or gas burner is there, you are also getting impact of that into your nose. And you say that when you are using knife or you're using something, you are taking, you see everywhere small level or higher level safety happens, because knife is also a tool. And you have a fridge that is also releasing something, you have to see that also into consideration. There is no point, no activity in life which you can say this doesn't impact your health. So we have SHE, that is called subject of SHE, which is safety, health and environment. Safety, health and environment, all three are linked. There may be other factors also, but these are three gross factors which can be considered for purpose of pre-understanding, understanding and post-understanding of safety. And similarly, solution, pre-solution, solution and post-solution of safety. This is very important to understand. And once we understand this, we can say that we can take control of safety, health and environment into our hands. But this is not happening. It's too difficult. Whole world is concerned about that. But here what I'm talking is safety for self and safety for others, which is very important subject. Safety is first of all ignored by everybody generally. We do not take very can say seriously this subject. Let us take example. It's cold room, you are sitting in very chilled area, and temperature say 20 degrees or 15 degrees Celsius, and outside it is 30 degrees, 35 or 40 degrees Celsius. You cannot go outside because you don't find pleasure in that, due to heat impact upon you, humidity impact upon you, and I can say gaseous effect on it, because when there is moisture in air and temperature 40 degrees, that moisture starts boiling or half boiling, and that becomes a kind of gas mixed with air, a combination of air and gas which can add temperature, not that which I want to be shown by thermometer, but it's called a heat index, which you get into that, and we feel that temperature is more than what we actually is there. And that is a dangerous situation, means that water contents which are in air, that starts sticking to your head, your skin, your everywhere, and you feel irritation type, why this is a thing like. What I say that we have to take these points into consideration. Say I am sitting in room 20 degrees, 15 degrees Celsius, and I'm not able to take water because I don't feel thirst because of this chiller, because chill air. But that thirst I don't feel, even then it is required. So I have to take water, though it may be not cold water, it may be in hot water, or maybe whatever room temperature water you must take, even though you don't feel thirsty, because you are losing your heat through extraction of air that AC is working upon. AC supplies chilled air as well as compressor takes out under pressure your room used air out so that it releases outside. And in that case, your body air is also extractive. It's not possible because inside your body is also air, atmospheric temperature. So that drying out air, push we can say built out air, causes dryness inside your body, which affects your mind and your body. And that requirement to replenish your losses of heat, you must take water even when temperature is 15 degrees or 20 degrees or whatever temperature you are using in. But it doesn't happen. We take tea, we take coffee, that is also a must. I'm not condemning, that is also must. But water must be there. And on top of that, people are smoking, people are doing something else which adds negatively to these environmental conditions. So we have to take safety of that. Of course, we have to take. When you are sitting on computer, you have to work accordingly. Means there is a subject or that's called I don't remember exactly the name of the subject that is there. I can tell you later on. That is means when you have to take your computer work or your some other work, you have to how you should take your heads up or your neck vertical or your waist vertical, and how you should your key your mouse, and what angle you should see from your eyes to your, all these are requirements. And these are very important to be taken, because you must have noticed that some people are getting these days cervicals, some are getting back pain, some are getting headache, some are getting fingers pain, some are getting knees pain. All these are occurring because we are not taking safety requirements complied with. We are just working for sake of working, and we are just sometimes keeping our heads down and neck bent and working on computers or laptops, or we are just concentrating on mobiles or on smartphones, which also is a cause of that leads to deteriorated health and impacts upon joints of body and elbows of body. For example, when you keep hang your neck down, you're working on your mobile or your smartphone for many hours, even day and night, it impacts upon your concentration, it impacts upon your you can say neck, and it impacts upon your thought, because radiations also enter your mind and that block your cells. Radiations come out your mobile, radiations coming out your laptop or from your computer desktop or from television itself, that block your mental cells for temporarily. And that sometimes you actually you don't remember, immediately you remember what you thought say 2 minutes before, you forget I thought but I plan to work, and it impacts upon you very adversely. So these are just explanations of very small points that must be taken care of, and we don't take care of that, and we miss that. When you're driving car, for example, you're just driving for sake of driving,